All right, let's see how we did. So depending on whether you are in second, third, or fourth period, you had this warm-up either Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. So a couple things. Immediately I see there is a B value, and we have to factor out the B value. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to say that y is equal to 3 times the absolute value. The B value is -1/5. Ladies and gents, please be careful. It doesn't say -5. We'll address the reciprocal when we go to graph it, not before we factor it out, okay? And so if, I'm going to come to my thought bubble over here, I factor it out, that means I'm dividing the first term by a -1/5 x, which just leaves x. But then I'm also taking a -2/5 and dividing it by a -1/5. When you factor out, you're just dividing. Okay, so then we get -2/5 times -5/1, because when you divide fractions, you keep the first fraction the same, change the operation to multiplication, and then take the reciprocal of the second fraction. So the 5's reduce, and the negatives cancel out. That leaves us with x plus 2. Everything's still inside the bracket, and then we have -4 on the outside. Okay, so our A is 3, which is the distance between the steps. I didn't ask you to write this, but I'm going to write it out so that you have it to refer to. The B is a -1/5, which to us means -1 times 5. We're going to have a horizontal reflection, which is across the y-axis. Remember, I used Brady's oversized Legos as help with the visual. And we're going to have a step length of 5. Okay, h is -2 because we take the opposite sign for h. K is -4, which means that we start at -2, -4. That's where our first closed point is. Normally we would start at the origin. It is not the case because we have both a horizontal and vertical shift. Let's graph it. Okay, I am going to go to -2 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully I do this the right way because my lines are really small. And then remember, the length of this step is 5 units. But there's a horizontal reflection. So I'm going to extend to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to my open circle. And that horizontal reflection causes us to decrease as well. So the distance between steps is 3 units. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 to my open circle, and I'm going to extend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units to the right. Oh my gosh, see, this is what I was afraid of. I have like serious vision problems. There we go. To the closed circle. Now, my graph only allows me to graph that many steps, too. It's kind of weak, I know. My hope is that you will try to cover the graph as much as you can, at least half. Okay, domain. Our domain is all real numbers, or you could say in interval notation, from -infinity to +infinity. The range. Now the range is every third integer. Okay, and I'm going to say -4. So I'm going to say every third integer starting at -4. Now if I go up 1, 2, 3, I would then have another step right here, and it would extend that way. Still not at 0, not at the x-axis, so I could say -1. They would both be correct. So we could also say every third integer starting at y equals -1. Hope you did well.